Hey everybody, welcome back to Raven's Escape Crafts. I'm your host Sue. Oh, I don't know why I'm so bright. Does that help? Maybe. So how's everybody doing today? Welcome. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Here we talk about crafts, books, and all kind of other stuff, life stuff, whatever. So I hope you all are doing well today. So, for those of you who've been here, you know I have had a serious problem finishing stuff. And, well, I have a secret for you. Oh my goodness, it's so bright. Why is my light so bright? Like getting glare off of something. So good. I'm like totally washed out. There we go, that's better. So I have a secret for everybody. Yeah. So, you know how the last, I think, 2 videos I've done, I haven't gotten a thing done, finished? I still haven't gotten anything done. Crochet-wise. I'm like, I'm still working on, oh wait, did I finish this shawl? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I finished the shawl last time, so I showed you this one. This one's done. But I haven't finished the thing since then. Nothing. Ugh, and I still have to take pictures of this stuff. I still have so much stuff to take pictures of, get it up on my Etsy store. Ugh, I am telling you, there's just been stuff going, oh, I'm sorry, I'm grabbing my blankie. It's chilly. I hope you don't mind. So, yeah. So I'm working on, I mean, I do have 3 things in the works. Sorry, my kids and husband are getting ready to record. So I do have a couple things. I am still working on, I think I showed you guys this shawl from last time. This one, did I? I'm working on this shawl. And I'm working on a elf hood that seriously needs to get worked on, because that's the one I ripped out on a previous video. And yeah, haven't worked on that one in a minute. And then I've been talking to this person on Etsy for probably 2 or 3 weeks now, and she had contacted me about getting a special shawl made. It's similar to one I have on Etsy, but she didn't like the colors. So of course I'm like, well, I can make another one. And then, of course, she was waiting to pick colors for it. So, and she wanted a sparkly one. So, she got back to me. She chose the Lion Brand Mandala Sparkle, which I don't know that I had ever used before. It's a 3-weight. It is 3.5 ounces. 328 yards, 100 grams, 300 meters. It's 98% acrylic, 2% other, which is the sparkle. And then it's a 3-weight, but then it calls for a 3.75 millimeter or a number 5 knitting needle, or a 5 millimeter H crochet hook. So, and then of course it's this. These colors, they're pretty. This is my second, so I've been working on it, so I have it this big so far. It's pretty, and it definitely has that sparkle to it. And then I'm gonna make it, full size. It's not big enough yet, but when I finish it, then I'm gonna put beading around the edges. Hopefully I'll get to show it to you before I send it out. I have a bit of a time constraint because she needs it for a birthday present. So I've been working on it. Actually, it started on it not yesterday. It started on Friday night, and it is now Saturday at going on 2 o'clock. So I got some decent progress made on it. We're gonna keep going, keep rolling. Here's a tip for anybody who sells. I did. Well, she told me what she was looking for. She picked a kind of yarn. She sent me a message, and um, very nice girl. And of course, I mean, this is the kind of thing that if it were a true custom order, like that was something out of the blue, like out of what I normally make, I would definitely charge her ahead of time. You know what I'm saying? However, this is the kind of thing that it's gonna be beautiful. So if I make it and she ends up not wanting it, I could easily sell this thing to somebody else. I mean, look at it. It's like, it's pretty. Somebody's gonna want this. So because of that, I don't like making promises and not being able to deliver. It makes me anxious. It really does. All right, hold on. You're not centering. There we go. And which is why I do most of my stuff pre-made, but I don't mind taking custom orders at all. So, but I don't like to. What's the term? Over promise, under promise, over deliver. Under promise, over deliver. So when she contacted me, I told her, "Oh, I'm not gonna be able to get the yarn until Monday," which I could. I ended up actually. I was shocked. I got it from Walmart, and they did it overnight. I mean, I got it the next day. So, which of course, and they put it in this fancy packaging. Yeah, they put it in this fancy packaging. It doesn't even have. This has my name on it, and it doesn't even have my address or anything. So I'm assuming it's like some sort of Walmart delivery. I haven't done that. So yeah, they just like, I found a bag on the porch. But so I told her I wasn't getting it till Monday. This way I can make sure I can do her timeline. You know what I mean? And then because I have to finish it, and then I always wash my pieces, cats, everything else. You know. So yeah, so I wanted to, so I told her I would send her a message on tomorrow, telling her that when I got the yarn, and that when I was going to start working on it, so this way I can get it done faster than what I promised. I just like to give myself a little time, because you never know. I mean, I could feel like absolute crap tomorrow, and not be able to start on it, and then, you know what I mean. And then Tuesday I have a ultrasound, which I'm not. I mean, look, I know, and all the tests in all the world, ultrasounds are not bad, but this is one of those ones. We're gonna get to the. This is one of those ultrasounds where you have to drink like 24 ounces of fluid and then not pee. So I have to have a full bladder for them to do the ultrasound. And it's a internal, external, if you know what I'm saying. So let's not say I'm excited about it. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be bad. I'm not dreading it or anything. I'm just not excited about it. So I have that Tuesday morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. So I have to be there at 7:45. So that should be interesting. And then, what is it? Oh, well, of course, that's St. Patrick's Day, which I am looking forward to, because we always make corned beef and cabbage. Love corned beef and cabbage. Oh, I get so hungry for it. So hungry for it. And, of course, this is the time of year when they have the corned beef on sale real cheap, so we got one already. And we got almost, I think it's right around a 5-pound one. Woo. So that'll go in the crock pot Tuesday morning. Have that all ready to go when we eat dinner Tuesday night. And the kids have a busy week this week. They have all their regular stuff, plus they have a next Sunday is the St. Patrick's Day parade in our area that they're going to be at, which is a long parade. So we have band practice a couple nights this week, and Logan's got college 2 nights this week. It's a whole thing. So, yeah. So it should be interesting. But yeah, so I want to. So again, like I said, with that going on, and then my husband has on Friday night is doing one of his podcasts where they have a special guest. So they're doing it Friday night, and it's just going to be a little bit of a hectic week. So, yeah. So there's that, and then, what else? Oh, so we're talking about, yeah, so I'm still working. I was working so hard on this shawl, but I don't know. This week was a little weird, and nothing bad, nothing, just, I don't know. Not necessarily, how do I want to say it? I don't know. I don't know. It was just a weird week. Some of it probably had to do with the time change, because that always messes me up. Like, I'm always messed up for like 2 weeks after the time change. It was just a weird week. Like, I don't know. Like, even though everything was like an hour later, it felt like time was going fast. I don't know. It was just strange. Yeah, and then the weather this week was like crazy here. It was like really nice earlier in the week, and then it got cold again. And I was having trouble because like it was really nice earlier in the week, like really, like it's 80 degrees here in Pennsylvania, and I was sort of sad because not only did it make my feet hurt, because it's part of my issues. Whenever it gets warm out, my feet are like absolutely killing me. But then I was sad because I love being outside, and I love being, especially like just sitting on my patio and stuff like that. And I can't do that right now. I can't safely go in and out of the house. I mean, I can go in and out, but it's sketchy. And so I only really like to do it when I have to. Or if I want to just get out of the house a little bit, but just to go out and sit on the patio, like, I mean, I'm the kind of person, like, I would be outside every single day. Like, I would go out first thing in the morning and be out there till it got too hot to be outside, and then once the sun started going down, I was back out there again. You know what I mean? Like, I could never handle, like, the full heat in the summer, especially if it was, like, 90-some degrees out. But low 80s and below, I'm out there all day, I just sit out on my patio all day long, and now I can't really go out at all. So that was really hard for me. Everybody like, oh my God, it's so beautiful out. I'm like, I don't know. So that was tough. But I worked through it. I kept, trying and kept trying to keep my spirits up and do stuff. And like I said, I was working on things, but it was a struggle bus this week. A struggle bus. But I'm getting there. I'm going to work on this shawl. I'm going to get this done for this woman, and hopefully she really enjoys her sister really enjoys it. So yeah, so that's what I've been working on crochet wise. I've also been like struggling with YouTube. Like, if anybody out there has like any good YouTubers to watch that you guys have some recommendations, it's like my main ones are being a little, it's hard right now because like I watch my main ones that I watch, Patrick Kelsey, she's been good, but Russ, I used to watch him a lot at night. I used to watch him in the evening. He used to do a live. While his lives have been less frequent because this is not secret, he said it many times, his father had passed away, and that put a damper on it. And then obviously, I shouldn't say it like so nonchalant. His father passed away. He was dealing with a lot with his mom, his family, and of course, dealing with grief. And then, of course, it was like the perfect storm. Of course, when that started to ease up some of the responsibilities from that, he ended up working a lot of overtime. And then, of course, he ended, But of course, still now his mom, needs a lot of help, so he still was doing a lot with that. And then, of course, there was all the winter weather, and over time, his mom and stuff, his lives were spotty at best. And then now he switched to a different shift, so now he hasn't been live at all. So I haven't even had recaps of his to watch. And I used to watch Greg Over Yonder. Well, it was Greg's Loops. And then he had switched it to Greg Over Yonder and had put Greg's Loops back up as just a tutorial channel. And I was watching his videos, and I hope he's okay. I really, truly do. I don't know if anybody has heard anything from him. I know I guess he did a live where he had played some music that he thought was going to be okay, and then he got a copyright strike on it. And then I know he was very frustrated with that. But, and prior to that, he had some people harassing him, which we all know. You go on social media, the things people say. Whoo-wee. I know I've gotten plenty of stuff. Not on here, but on Facebook and TikTok and things. People just have no chill when it comes to commenting. So, yeah, he deleted his YouTube channel. He deleted his Facebook profile. Now, he did leave the Facebook group up, and people have been talking about him, but, even the people who were considered friendly with him from the channel haven't heard from him. So that's a little concerning. And, yeah, I mean, I hope he's okay. I know he has some health issues, and he was trying to retire. He was hoping to use YouTube and things to retire, but, like I said, it's all gone now. All of it. His Facebook profile's gone. His email address, they said, is kicking back. I don't know. I hope he's all right. And of course, Cinnamon Stitches, I watch her a lot, and of course she's been moving, and between moving and then she glutened herself, so she was spending some time in the emergency room, and now she hasn't been feeling great. So, and then of course Mama Michaela, I watch her, and she hasn't been crocheting because well, she doesn't even know if she'll ever crochet again at this point. Her Raynaud's has been acting up really bad. She has quite a few, if any of you watch, I'm sure you know, she's quite a few health problems, and her Raynaud's has been acting up, and really bad, which I'm really concerned for. I feel for her so much. And so she has not her thumb, which is the only digit left on her right hand, I believe it is, or her left hand, I'm not sure, has been acting up, and she could lose it, and I can't imagine. I cannot imagine. So she's been doing a lot of journaling, like junk journaling and stuff like that, and I appreciate it. I understand why people love to do it, and it looks pretty cool. It's just not something I personally am into. I like seeing people do it. I get why people do it. I'm just not, what's the word? I want to be organized enough to do journaling. I've tried it several times to do like a monthly journal or do journals. I just don't keep up with them. I just don't. I think they're neat. I love watching, and The worst part is I do like people doing like the scrapbooking ones. I love watching, like I watch Fiberfloozy. I watch Jill over at Fiberfloozy, and I love watching her do her scrapbook and her journals and her bullet journals and stuff like that. I love watching people do them. I just I can't. Um, like I said, I like watching. Like I said, she does really cool stuff. I mean, Jill from Fiberfloozy, if you're ever in like for that kind of thing, if you like scrapbooking or journaling or any kind of journaling, she does book journaling. She does yarn. I believe she does yarn journaling. I've watched a bunch of her videos. Like I said, it's just not. I've tried it. I am just not that. I don't know. I can't. I start it. I like to start them and then I don't keep up on them. And I should. But like, I mean, like book journaling, I do keep up with what books I read on Goodreads. I've been doing that for years and years and years now. But I don't like, I love the like, watch like, like I know I think it was either her or she was doing a live with somebody who does one. Um, I know it was on her channel. Like I said, I don't know if it was Jill that was doing the book journal or if it was somebody that she was doing a live with that was doing the journal. But I thought it was a really cool idea. She did, like, she does like the kind, like a kind of book on like one page is one book, like one open set of pages, I think it was, is a one book. And then she like color codes, she had color coded tabs to like whether it was, or color coded markers, I forget, it's been a minute, I'm sorry. And then she would do like different colors for different genres. So like this one might be like pink might be romance and blue might be sci-fi and this might be mystery, purple might be mystery, you know what I mean? Red might be horror and whatever you're reading, what kind of stuff you're reading. And then like she would write like the book and the author and then like sort of like her thoughts on it and synopses and stuff like that. And then she would get like, do like stickers and stuff. It was really cool. It was really, 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 really cool. All right, hold on, let me grab my phone. I hear my phone's going off like crazy. All right, hold on, let me pause this. All right, sorry about that. My phone was going crazy. Um, I thought it was something important. It was okay. So yeah, so I've been looking for some new YouTube channels to watch. Obviously, I still have my staples, and I still been watching everybody. It just hasn't been quite as much posting, and of course, like I said, some of my staples haven't been on, and that's fine. I mean, I totally respect it. Just I still need stuff to watch. So if anybody has any good channels that they really like, let me know. Anybody have anything, you know, that they can recommend? Like I said, there's a couple other ones that I watch. That, of course, I follow Fiber Spider. I've told you that about a million times. Oh, I know. I was talking about journals. So yeah, so this lady was doing these really cool. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so squirrely. But Sally's was talking about these book journals, and I think they're really cool. I just know I'm not going to do it. I'm one of those people. I'll start out really good. I'll start out color coding everything, putting stickers on everything. I'll be like all excited about it, and then like in 6 months I won't be doing it anymore. I get so mad at myself for that, but it's just not, oh, and I love watching people do it. I love watching, like, I love watching Jill do her, like all the different stuff she does, and she gets all the washi tape, and she does all the really cool stuff with journaling. It's just, it's one of those things where, as crafters, I think we see a lot of stuff, and we're like, oh, that's really cool, really cool. And sometimes we get FOMO, that we're not doing it, and feel like we should. And then sometimes we have to admit to ourselves that it's not bringing us joy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get all excited about doing something like that in the beginning. It's like you get all the new stuff and stuff like that. But for me, long term, it doesn't bring me joy. I start to feel like it's like work. And that's okay. That's okay. And like I said, I like watching other people do theirs. I love watching people like, you know, I love people who do good with lists. You know what I mean? I don't. Uh, let's. We'll get into that in a second. So like, I love watching people who make these journals of stuff they need to do every day, and they plan everything out. And I want to be a planner. I'm a Virgo. I like to be very organized. You know what I mean? In theory, having lists and having plans and everything is great. Okay, like, so I love a good list. I love a good, motivating list, like this is your to-do list and stuff like that. However, and again, I'm just talking about this because I feel like other people might be able to relate. My issue with a list is because I'm a Virgo, because I feel this innate need to have everything done and organized all the time. Lists also make me anxious. And it makes it too hard on me. You know, it's like if I set a goal for myself for today to get certain things done, and I don't get them done, I get a little bit disappointed with myself, but it doesn't, I can get over it pretty quick. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, I'll be like, oh, I wish I would have got more done, or oh, I feel like I didn't get anything done today. However, if I have a list, not only it will niggle at me until I get it done, but if I don't get a list done, I feel like I failed. Setting myself up for failure. So now I get how it's a motivator for a lot of people, and it is a motivator for me too. If I need motivation, but it's anxiety triggering. It really is. It triggers my anxiety, and it gives me anxiety, and then if I don't get it done, I feel like a failure. You know what I'm saying? So I don't make lists for myself. I don't. I I'm the kind of person, and I'm admitting this. I don't miss this to anybody. I'm admitting it to you guys though. I have an ultrasound on Tuesday. I made that appointment on Thursday last week, I think. Yeah. Wednesday or Thursday last week. Not this previous week. The week before that. So this entire week, I've thought about it every day since I made the appointment. Niggling at me. And now the closer it gets to it, the more it's just a stupid ultrasound. This is why I don't like going to the doctor. Ugh. I wish I was just one of these people who could, and it's not just doctors. It's not just doctor's appointments. It's any kind of appointment. You know, I am one of the most responsible as far as appointments and things and dates and times for stuff people that I've ever met in my life. And yet I worry so much about missing something. Like that I'll forget something. It makes no sense. I don't think I've ever forgotten anything important in my entire life. I don't miss people's birthdays or you know what I mean? If I'm know their birthday well, I'll never forget birthdays. I don't forget anniversaries. I don't forget things. You know what I mean? I've never missed an appointment that I later was like, oh my god, I was supposed to have been there. I never in my entire life. I don't think I've ever missed an appointment ever. And yet I worry about what is wrong with us? Why are we like this? Please tell me there's other people like that. Okay, before I guess I shouldn't be assuming that there's more people like me out there, but I'm assuming there are. And why are we like this? It's annoying. So that being said, I love watching people do journals. I love watching it. I think they're so neat, and they're just not great for me. The book one I've contemplated. Um, like I was also gonna say, sometimes we need to just admit that we can enjoy other people doing certain crafts that we don't. You know, I think that's an important thing to remember sometimes. That, yeah, like, we don't have to like every craft. We feel like we do sometimes. We feel like we need to try all these new crafts, and it's exciting to try new crafts and buy new stuff, which it is exciting to buy new stuff for new crafts. But sometimes we have to realize it's just not our thing. Like, I was into scrapbooking for a while. When my kids were little, I got into scrapbooking, and I really did enjoy making scrapbooks. But, and I made a dozen or more of them, and I really and truly enjoyed doing that. While they went at the time. But now I don't print pictures anymore. They're all on my phone. And I'm not the kind of person that could like pull this. I didn't have anywhere to put the stuff to make scrapbooks that I could just like leave it organized somewhere. Do you know what I mean? So like I'd have to put everything away every time I wanted to scrapbook and then pull everything back out. Oh, that drives me nuts. And it's a lot of stuff. You need a lot of stuff to scrapbook. And I'm also not that kind of person who likes to leave things partway done if I can help it. Again, like, I do. I mean, but like, even like, I like when I would diamond paint, I will like keep going back to it. Like, I don't put this stuff away. I will just keep going back to it. I have to have a place where, which is why I haven't diamond painted in forever. Because I like used to have a place where I could leave it out and I could just keep going back to it. And I would go back to it and go back to it until I'm done. And I really enjoy doing that. But at scrapbooking, I didn't have anywhere to leave this stuff out. Because it's a lot. Like, it's a lot of stuff you need to scrapbook. If you want to do it, like, properly. And you know, and then I would want to work on it till it was done. And, like, you're never done scrapbooking. Like, there's always more pictures. So, I liked doing it when the kids were little. I really had fun doing some fun, like I said, some fun. Oh, that's too bright. Too bright. There we go. Is this better? Can we get even a little? Okay. I did like doing, you know, some like really cool stuff when they were kids, but now when they got a little older, you know, again, like I said, we stopped printing a lot of the pictures out. Everything just got saved to my phone, and you know, I realized I wasn't as into it as, you know, like, and of course, oh my God, I would go to some of the scrapbooking stuff, and like, the stuff these people had, and it's really neat. I mean, I really enjoyed watching people do it, but the amount of things, you know, die cutting, paper cutters, and oh my goodness, you know, so much stuff, and I just wasn't, it wasn't bringing me that much joy. Let's put it that way. It just wasn't. I wished it would, but it wasn't. So I think it's an important thing to I've done it enough times. Like, thought I was going to really like a craft, and then you bought all the stuff and started doing it, and then you realize you're not really as into it as you would like to be. And of course, then you feel bad. You keep going because you feel bad because you bought all this stuff. You're like, well, I bought all this stuff. I have to be into it. Life's too damn short. Do the stuff you want to do. Do the fun. If it's not bringing you joy, I'm sure somebody out there would want the stuff. You know what I mean? Yes, it's a loss of money. Yes, you wasted money on that stuff, but life's too freaking short. And I found a cool place in my area. I have not obviously gotten to get there yet because it's not handicap accessible. But there is a secondhand thrift store in our area, and you can actually, or not secondhand, it's like a secondhand craft store. Oh my god! I'm sorry. These people have been driving ATVs around our neighborhood since it got nice out, like all day long, it's driving me up a wall. So, but what I was gonna say is we have a secondhand craft store, and you can actually take craft supplies there and trade them in for store credit and buy other. So I thought that was a really cool concept. I have not gotten, like I said, I haven't gotten to get there because there's steps to go in, and that causes me a lot of problems. But I would love to check it out one day, maybe. And they do. So I've been following them online, and they do a lot. So they have a ton of stuff, and any kind of craft you can think of. They have, all sorts of stuff. I mean, all the fiber crafts, like all the paper crafting stuff. It is really cool store. And like I said, you can take stuff that you're not using, and they even have like fabric and things, and then they will trade it in for store credit. And I'm like, oh, that's so awesome. I would love that. So hopefully one day. All right, we got another row almost done. All right, it's been like half hour, so I'm gonna. Oops, this is holding the book up. So I want to show you. I did finish a book. Now you're on an angle. I'm so sorry. The book was holding this up. So I did read a book. It's actually was a lot better than I expected. Well, I shouldn't say that. Thought it was gonna be good. The beginning, I wasn't sold. I was not sold in the very beginning of this book, but it got a lot better. And now this is part 1. I will warn you of a trilogy. It's called Rejected. I know it's backward. Rejected, Shadow Beast Shifters by Jaymin Eve. Jaymineve. And it's good. It's also cool. It's got the sprayed edges. I love the sprayed edge. So, if you're into smutty, this is smutty werewolf and demon and fairy and different preternatural creatures. This is a good book. In fact, I have the second one coming tomorrow. I'm going to read. So now I have to decide, do I start Dungeon Crawler Carl, which I just got, the book 4, or do I wait for the second book in this and just start that in the morning? It's supposed to be here tomorrow morning. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to finish doing this video. So this is the first, ever since I finished Dungeon Crawler Carl 3, I have been on a book hangover, and if you know, you know. It was my own fault. I did tear through Dungeon Crawler Carl pretty hard, and I'm sorry, I know you're on an angle. I'll tilt my head. Hold on. Alright, so I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday. If you're watching it Sunday, if not, hope you have a great rest of your day. I'm going to keep working on this custom shawl. I said I'll hopefully get to show it to you before I send it out. I have I'm gonna keep working on it. I'm gonna enjoy this and not listen to these ATVs drive by. I apologize. And I hope you do something nice for yourself today. I hope you do something to make you smile. I hope you have a great St. Patrick's Day, because I doubt I'm gonna get to make a video before then. And I love you all, and I hope you all choose love every day. Bye, everybody.